So there are really two processes that, from a psychological perspective, explain how we evaluate leaders and how we make our voting decisions in the context of presidential elections. One process has to do with performance signals. So in the same way that we attribute the performance of a company to the competence of its CEO, or the performance of a sports team to the competence of its coach, we attribute the state of the economy to the competence of the incumbent president and his or her party. So that's one mechanism. The other mechanism really has to do with stereotyping, in other words, with our expectations of what an ideal leader looks like. And in this regard, charisma is an interesting attribute, because it's one that across cultures we associate with what makes for a good leader, or what we think makes for a good leader. In other words, the more we perceive someone to be charismatic, the more we believe this person will be a good leader. What we found is that, by and large, it's really the state of the economy that drives voters' decisions. So in this current election, what's interesting is that the latest figures in terms of the US economy are not very good, so they're really not in favor of the Democrats, of the incumbent party. And this, in of itself, should predict a Republican victory. Now, of course, it is quite a unique election, right? So we have, on the one hand, a woman running for the presidency on the Democrat side, and we know from quite a substantial body of evidence in social psychology that there are certain hurdles that women have to face when they want to reach a leadership position. And so all of this together is really playing in favor of Republican victory. But of course, we have also a very unique candidate in terms of the Republican side. So to a certain extent, we could say that if the Republicans don't win here, they probably will be able to blame their candidate for this.